The journey of prayer represents the spiritual progression believers experience as their prayer life develops over time. Beginning with simple requests and formal prayers, this path often deepens into more intimate conversation with God. Prayer is a spiritual practice of communication with the divine. In the Christian tradition, it's considered a way to connect and communicate with God. Jesus taught his disciples how to pray in what's known as the Lord's Prayer, found in Matthew 6:9-13 and Luke 11:2-4. Many Christians see prayer as essential to developing a relationship with God. In Christian theology, prayer is understood as much more than a spiritual exercise. It's believed to be a direct line of communication with God that carries tremendous power and significance. Jesus Christ as mediator, believers have direct access to God's presence. As Hebrews 4:16 encourages, they can approach God's throne of grace with confidence. Prayer stands as a cornerstone of Christian faith, serving as the direct communication channel between believers and God through which a personal relationship is established and nurtured. Following Jesus' own example of regular prayer, Luke 5:16. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed, and his teachings on how to pray, Matthew 6:9-13, the Lord's Prayer. Prayer is a conversation with God that involves both speaking and listening. To pray effectively, start by addressing God, offer thanks, confess sins, share your needs and requests for others, Matthew 7:7, and take time to listen. Jesus provided a model in the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6:9-13. Remember that sincerity matters more than eloquence. Pray throughout your day with an open heart, whether alone or with others. Common obstacles to prayer include distractions, wandering thoughts, external interruptions, spiritual dryness, feeling God isn't listening, busyness and time constraints, doubts about effectiveness, guilt over past sins, inconsistency in practice, and formalism that becomes routine without meaning. Some struggle with unrealistic expectations of immediate answers or physical fatigue that makes concentration difficult. Scripture addresses these challenges in Romans 8:26, acknowledging that we do not know what we ought to pray for, but assuring believers that the Spirit helps in our weakness. The benefits of prayer include spiritual connection with God, inner peace during difficulties, Philippians 4:7, clarity in decision-making, emotional comfort and stress reduction, strengthened faith through answered prayers, greater self-awareness, and a sense of purpose. Prayer fosters gratitude, builds resilience in challenges, and develops patience and hope. Regularly praying helps believers align with God's will rather than their own desires, Matthew 6:10, provides spiritual protection, and creates community bonds when practiced collectively. Research also suggests prayer may contribute to improved mental health and emotional well-being. The Bible serves as Christianity's guidebook for prayer, offering numerous examples from biblical figures like Abraham, Moses, and Jesus himself. Scripture provides prayer models, Matthew 6:9-13, the Lord's Prayer, promises about prayer's effectiveness, James 5:16, and instructions on prayer attitudes, 1 Thessalonians 5:17. The Psalms function as an ancient prayer book, while Jesus' teachings emphasize persistent, sincere prayer from the heart. Together, prayer and Scripture form a complementary relationship. The Bible teaches how to pray, while prayer illuminates Scripture's meaning.